It's 8:50 a.m, reporting live from the Tech Hub, welcoming our viewers from across the International School of London. This is Fox Media. Good morning, Foxers. Welcome back to your weekly dosage of ISL news. Today, Fox Media is brushing up on an excellent straight from the DP College campus. Our very own reporter Leia has made her way up the road to uncover the strokes of genius at the G12 IB Art Exhibition. This isn't just a pretty picture, it counts for a whopping 40% of their students' final marks. Let's check out today's top story. Leia, over to you.
Thank you, Josh. I am speaking to you from the heart of the Diploma College, where this annual celebration is being held for the very first time. It's difficult to remember what the common room used to look like. With a fresh coat of paint and these beautiful exhibits, the place has had a touch of sophistication. I feel I've entered a professional art gallery. Quite a step up from the MPH, wouldn't you say? Earlier in the week, I chatted with the head of art, Mr. Julian, who told me what a huge part of the IB art course this event represents.
The grade 12 art students are putting their exhibition up in the DP Common Room, which has been transformed into an art gallery. It's the culmination of 2 years of hard work where they've done studio practice. Today they have to think about where they're going to place their work, and they have complete free range choice of what they want to work in. We just encourage that.
I kind of thought of what looked good and sort of what people would see first when they entered the space.
I also had the opportunity to learn more about the artworks directly from the artists.
My theme of the exhibition is about home, Syria. Some of my work, as you can see, are quite broken, so that also shows the conflict there and like the destruction.
I played a lot with identity and stuff. These are just abandoned railway tube stations in London, and it's like the loss of identity. Growing up, when people ask me like where I'm from, I just struggle with the questions like, how should I answer that?
As you can see, students put their heart and soul into this exhibition, and it displays a huge variety of skills through the many mediums they used. In conversation, students shared with me their favorite pieces.
There's some of artworks that explain my feelings about my country.
I like the very colorful paintings. Mm-hmm. This is the artwork, which is the title of the Hope, and this is showing the beginning.
The main focus for this artwork is the water fountain, and it reminds me of my home in Syria, as I used to have a water fountain in my backyard. Like, I'm framing the destruction.
As a viewer, you don't just see the art here, you immerse yourself in a journey of self-discovery and cultural expression. Students talked about their home countries, their feelings, and what it means to belong. It's a visual display of their identity. You can definitely see the diversity palette of our school community represented in this exhibition. It's an exciting time, and it's evident that the students will continue to shine as they embark on a new chapter in their lives. After 2 years of hard work, it's time to finally relax and enjoy their accomplishments with their families, who've gathered here to share in the pride of this exclusive viewing. Leia, Fox Media.
Grade 5 have been busy too, preparing for an exhibition of their own. Last week, the PYP London Labs were in full action. Our young explorers have been all around town, conducting investigations ahead of their showcase in a couple of weeks. Some planted the seeds of change in a tiny forest in Ealing, quite the leap of faith, while the others absorbed sustainable designs in central London, and others made a splash in art therapy studio. Watch as they piece together their findings, hoping to draw the ISL community into action. Next up, let's bounce over to Barcelona, where our ISSA girls basketball team has been courting success, winning 3 out of their 6 games and netting like pros. Talk about some serious basket cases for talent. Despite being the smallest team in the stature, our mighty players landed a slam dunk 6th place on the table, jumping 2 spots from last year. 2, 3, ISL! Miss Foreman, our head of PE, was beaming with pride, dubbing them a team in the making. Go Foxes, your success is definitely on the ball. And now let's discover the main hall, where students showed us their moves under the neon beams at the PYP and MYP discos this Tuesday. It was a night of shimmering shoes and glimmering grooves, as everyone stepped up to dance the night away. It seems our students started the week on the right foot. This week we also took a moment to reflect with our Muslim friends as they observed the holy month of Ramadan, a time of fasting from dawn till dusk. Our reporter Yusuf took it to the playground to learn how our community is observing this special time.
Fasting is one of the most important pillars of Islam. I'm here with one of the experts at it, Mohammed. How long is Ramadan?
Ramadan is usually 30 or 29 days.
Why do Muslims celebrate Ramadan?
Muslims usually don't celebrate it. It's just like a religious homework.
Why do Muslims fast?
It's Allah told us to fast and to feel how the less fortunate people feel.
How do Muslims break fast?
They usually break it with water and dates and anything they like.
Thank you for being with us today. Ramadan Mubarak.
Thanks for sticking with us till the end of another Fox Media broadcast. Just before we say goodbye, we have a fun game for you. In the sniff of today's comic relief Red Nose Day, we've hidden a number of people with red noses. Let's call them extras, wearing red noses in the background shots. How many did you spot? The first to give the nose count in the chat wins this amazing Fox Media cookie cutter. See you next week.